El siguiente tema parece sacado de un libro de ciencia ficción, aunque hoy en día ya que nos puede parecer ciencia ficción con nuestra relación tan estrecha que tenemos con la tecnología. Hace algunos años la tecnología se quedaba en casa con la televisión, pero cada vez está más cerca de nosotros. Ya tenemos un teléfono en la mano todo el día. Ellos traían un micrófono aquí en la oreja. Cada vez la tecnología está a punto de entrar a nuestro cuerpo y ya no quedarse fuera de él y llevarnos a tener capacidades que quizás nunca soñamos. Y la gran pregunta que se hace nuestro siguiente participante es: ¿quiénes tendrán derecho a convertirse en transhumanos? Para eso recibimos a José Francisco Miranda Jove con el tema transhumanismo.
What if I told you that in a not so distant future, the richest people in the world won't just be wealthier, they'll be smarter, stronger, and live much longer than the rest of us? This is the world of transhumanism, the philosophical and scientific movement that believes emergent technologies such as brain-computer interfaces, gene editing, and robotic body parts should be used to augment and improve the human condition. And while this promise sounds exciting, today I want to talk about a real danger. If we don't act now, transhumanism could deepen inequality in ways we've never seen before. If we don't act now, transhumanism could also raise a world where only the wealthy can afford, and also encourage discrimination by not only money, but by biological capability. Let's start with what makes transhumanism sound so exciting. Imagine curing diseases like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, using brain implants and gene editing. Or imagine removing cancer cells by editing DNA using new technologies such as CRISPR-Cas9. Or enhancing your brain with a chip that helps you learn stuff 10 times faster. Neuralink, founded by Elon Musk, is developing brain-computer interfaces. This is a key install that opens to new pathways the brain never knew. And in 2023, it received FDA approval for human trials. Meanwhile, CRISPR is being used in gene therapy trials all around the world. In China and the US, there has already been many experiments to human embryos to eliminate what we consider flaws, causing massive concerns such as ethical and social. And companies like Altos Labs are being funded by billionaires to reverse aging itself, aiming to make biological immortality a commercial product. These technologies are real, and they could radically extend human capability for those who can afford them. But here's the catch. These enhancements will come with a high price tag. Brain-computer interfaces, longevity therapies, and gene editing can only be funded by extensive private capital, not by public health institutions. As reported by Dr. Sheridan Walter, the first of these upgrades will come to the wealthy because they're the only one who can afford the risk and the cost. That means transhumanism is at risk of becoming a position of good just because not everyone can get it. Its impact on individuals, economic growth, and social cohesion can affect all of us by reducing economic growth, increased crime rates, and even causing government polarization. Think about it. If someone can afford to make their child genetically smarter, stronger, and more athletic, how do kids from normal families even compete? We already live in a world where wealth buys better schools, healthcare, and security, leading to less opportunities to the ones who weren't lucky enough to be born with wealth. With transhumanism, wealth could start buying biological superiority itself. If we don't act, we could see the rise of two classes of humans. One group will be enhanced biologically, optimized for strength, intelligence, and longevity. The other, unenhanced, aging normally, working harder, dying younger. This is more than inequality. It's determining your social status based on your biology. And if history has taught us something, is that diving society by their natural traits is a slippery slope. This will create a permanent underclass based not just on money, but on physical and mental capability. It's not just a gap in lifestyle, it's a gap in biology. Already today, we see massive divides in access to healthcare, education, and digital resources. For example, the World Health Organization can confirm that more than 2 billion people still lack basic medical health services. Now imagine adding genetic upgrades and brain implants to that list accessible only to the elite. The kind of inequality is self-reinforcing. The enhanced get more powerful, earn more, and live longer, giving them more chances to improve again. The rest fall further behind in a system they can never catch up to. That's not a sci-fi horror film. That's a possible, even probable future if we don't step in now. Let's be absolutely clear about this. This isn't a theory, this isn't a fantasy. This is already happening. Neuralink has tested chips that allow monkeys to play video games, and it's also being tested on humans. And this is only the first step to new technologies we've never even imagined the human could possibly do. In 2018, a Chinese scientist, He Yanku, shocked the world by editing the genes of twin embryos, the first known instance of voluntary modification in humans. He was imprisoned for it, but the technology didn't disappear. There are no international laws yet to regulate this. There are almost no ethical safeguards, and there's no plan to make this future accessible for everyone. As one article put it, the most dangerous part about transhumanism is not the technology, it's how it could divide people forever. So what do? We don't stop science, we don't abandon progress, but we do have to act with urgency and responsibility. We need global laws and scientific regulations to ensure these technologies are developed ethically. We need public involvement to make sure enhancements are not just for the 1%. And we need to ask serious moral questions, not just can we do this, but should we? Transhumanism is not just about science, it's about fairness. It's about who gets to thrive in the future, because if we don't set rules now, we could create a future where being rich means literally being a superhuman, and being poor means staying permanently obsolete. That's not a future anyone should want. So let's choose a future where science helps everyone, not just the one who can buy their way into a better version of themselves. And as we evolve, that we don't forget what makes us all humans. Thank you.